Just the touch. Hello everybody and welcome to Mark Goldbridge. That's football. It's Monday night football. It's Chelsea versus West Ham football. It's a London derby. There's no fans there. London's in tier 4. But we have got a big game, and it is a very big game for Chelsea. They do need to win this game. West Ham not having a bad season as well. Not going to deny that. But I do fancy Chelsea to get a result tonight. I don't know about you, but I'm excited to see it. Chelsea losing their last two, of course. It was only It was only a few short weeks ago that we were talking about Chelsea in the context of being a title challenger. Liverpool have started winning games since then. Chelsea have started losing games since then. And currently Chelsea sit in 8th place. 8th place with 22 points and West Ham are 10th place with 21 points. If Chelsea were to lose today, I think there would be pressure. Not sackable pressure, but pressure on Frank Lampard. If Chelsea win, they can go up to joint 5th place with Spurs and be 6 points behind Liverpool, which is reasonable to where the last two games have been. So, big game for Chelsea, of course. Lots of people going for 6-2. I don't know what we're talking about, 6-2. I am a Manchester United fan, so 6-2 to me works. It's not 6-2. I've got to change the score. That's why people are changing 6-2. I've just pulled the scores down and I've not changed them. I just wanted to bask in the... In the enjoyment of that for a few more minutes before doing a new watch along. So I will refresh the score and get it down to 0-0. We're a couple of minutes away from kickoff, so I will go through the score in a moment. Hello again, says JL150. Hello. It doesn't feel that long ago since I was live on this channel doing my career mode. I'm over it now. The Bayern Munich game, if you know, you know. It was a blow. But let me just get this party started. Chelsea versus West Ham. We want to watch it live. Yes, we do. Timo Werner starts, of course. My prediction for top goal scorer of the season. And I don't know what people think about that, but I did also predict that Liverpool would win the league. So at least I've got that right. I still think they will win the league, even though I don't want them to. Top 4 predictions is Jose Castro. Not going to change away from what I said at the start of the season. I still think Liverpool win the league. Chelsea come second. Man City come third. And Manchester United are fourth. But look, at the moment, people would say you're wrong. So, Chelsea got Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta, Zuma, Thiago Silva, Chilwell as their back four. Kante and Jorginho as their holding two. Mount ahead of them. Werner will play to the right, I think. And Pulisic to the left with Abraham up front. We are just about to kick off here. Fabianski in goal for West Ham. Obviously, Mark Noble's back now. We haven't seen him playing for a while. Interesting. I will go through their team as once it's kicked off, which it has. Fabianski in goal. Kufal, Balbuna, Agbona and Cresswell. Rice, Soucek and Noble. Bowen, Fornells and Haller. Of course, no Antonio for West Ham, which does somewhat weaken them, I feel. But... their midfield three will be very combative, so I think it's going to be a good game. My mate said Chelsea more in a race than Man United, says Riley. Look, I feel that Chelsea will have an expectation because of the money they've spent that they maybe should be in more of a title race than Manchester United. But the cold, harsh fact is at the moment, they've lost their last 2 games. We've been through that situation, United. We lost 2 of our first 3. Things can change around very quickly, but... title race is a hard thing to talk about when Liverpool are falling into the consistency that they are at the moment, and they do look like they're going to keep on winning. So, yeah, need to get some Christmas stuff in the background, says Jack Jones. Yeah, could do. I'm not going to deny we could do. We haven't. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way, because I think we're very close to 274,000, and I was hoping to get to 275 by the end of the year, which would be really nice. Be really nice to do that. Score prediction, I'm going to go Chelsea 3-1. Yeah, I'm going to go Chelsea to win it 3-1. They can't lose 3 in a row. Well, they can. Anything's possible, but... they can't win. I think Chelsea are due a performance, but again, really interested to look at Declan Rice again. He's been very good recently. Will this be the last watch along on here before Christmas Day? Says Ewan Black. It will, yeah, because the last watch along I'm going to do before Christmas is Everton against United on Wednesday night on the United stand. So this is the last watch along. I'll talk to you about that actually. I don't know where I've got my diary actually. I've got my 2020 diary, so I can tell you. About to watch planes, trains and automobiles. Thoughts, says Jack Jones. Good one. And I feel Chelsea don't have that key player that they need, just JL150. It is that time of year to sit and watch your Christmas films or whatever you feel is a traditional Christmas film. As a Chelsea fan, Werner needs to play striker, says Luke Hansen. So yeah, Man United versus Everton is my last one. Yeah. I'm probably going to do Wolves versus Spurs on the 27th, I think, but we'll see. I might do Chelsea-Arsenal on Boxing Day. I'll see how I feel. Mark, imagine Ricky was a Leeds fan. He'd get a heart attack stressing about team shapes, says Nazar Haroon. And don't fret, your jumper is festive enough, says Kenneth Hoagland. Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, you prats. I'm actually watching a film tonight that for me is a festive film, but I don't think anybody else would think it. And I think it's because the first time I watched it was over the Christmas period. I think I watched it for the first time between Christmas and New Year, probably about 4 years ago now. The Revenant, and it's on tonight at 10:30 on BBC Two. BBC Two have had some really good films on recently. They had The Godfather on last week. So The Revenant's on at 10:30 tonight on BBC Two. So if you've not seen it, it's well worth a watch if you can get BBC Two where you're watching. And if you have seen it, for me, I think it's a bit of a Christmas film because it's got snow in it. It's a bit like Die Hard with a bear, as somebody said on Twitter earlier. Would I rather buy Alaba or Upamecano, says Soham. I think I'd rather buy Alaba. Ben Chilwell's gone down here. Looked a bit innocuous with Ben Chilwell, so that could be quite a bad one for him because there wasn't much going on. So he's still hurt. Don't know what he's done there. It seems to have gone down on his leg, and the innocuous challenges are always the ones you worry about most. I don't know what he's done there. Settle a debate for me, says Nazar Haroon. Is Harry Potter a Christmas movie? I think it is. I had this conversation on Jackmate when I did the podcast, and me and Stevie were talking about it, and we were saying that Christmas is in every Harry Potter film. I haven't seen any Harry Potter films advertised this Christmas at all. They normally put them on ITV too, don't they? But his foot. He's bent his foot back. His right foot has got sort of bent back, and he might be in trouble there, Chilwell. He's a bit injury prone as well. So I think Harry Potter is a Christmas film because it's always got Christmas in it. Would you say Leicester replaces Arsenal in a modern top six? Says Alex Holt. No, I think the modern top six. We've got an injury here. Nothing's going on. I think a traditional top six is what we're talking about. Arsenal are still a traditional top six side. I think to be not a traditional top six side, you've got to be doing it for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. Like, before Man City existed in like the early noughties, Man City were not a traditional top six side, but they are now. How have they become a traditional top six side? By being in the top six for the last 10 years. So I don't think Leicester are now replacing Arsenal. But if they do it for the next 4 years and Arsenal aren't there, then Arsenal would drop out there. But the trouble is Arsenal are a big club. They are a big club. So it would take a lot for Arsenal not to be considered to be a traditional top six side. Tradition being the word. Good point, though, from Alex Holt there. And also got a super chat from Yazza Said. He says, from all the Chelsea I talk to, they hate how Lampard has no style. He changes his players every game, not consistent players out of position. It's interesting because I don't watch a lot of Chelsea, but when I have watched a lot of Chelsea, I've always felt that he does play with the system. I remember Lampard coming to play against United with Derby, and I really liked their style of football. So it's interesting that some Chelsea fans might see that. I like Bowen. Why didn't he shoot? Because he didn't need to, and he's offside. Declan Rice got through. I don't know why he didn't shoot. He rounded the keeper, put it in the bottom corner, but he was offside. It was nearly 1-0. He is just marginally offside. It's a good call by the linesman because he's marginally offside when the ball's played. He should have shot there. He goes round the keeper and puts it in through the angle. It was a fantastic finish by Declan Rice. But he finished it in a weird way, I think. But he was just offside. He'd be absolutely gutted with that because he didn't need to be offside. He just timed his run wrong. But should have been 1-0 to West Ham. Lovely finish by Declan Rice. But he was offside. Liverpool fan LFC 1892 says he's off for fuck's sake. Yeah, Liverpool fans will want Chelsea to lose. I mean, it's interesting. I think Liverpool fans feel that Chelsea are the biggest challenge for them. And I get that. Even as a United fan, I get that. Because I think Chelsea have got arguably the best squad in the league. And it's those consistency issues again for Chelsea, isn't it? I mean, who did Chelsea lose to at the weekend? Wolves. I know they lost to Everton last week, but did they lose to Wolves? Which is amazing because Wolves then go and lose to Burnley. I have watched Elf with Will Ferrell, John David, yeah. And I'd definitely say you can't argue that that's a Christmas film. I think if anybody's saying Elf's not a Christmas film, what the F is it then? It was Wolves at the weekend. Chilwell's done. He can't play on. And I would say that oh, God, it's his ankle, isn't it? You know, you actually see what happens. It's innocuous. He doesn't know much about what's gone on. Probably could potentially be ligament damage. He's going to come off for Emerson. Another injury for Chilwell. He does pick up injuries. 50 million quid. Liam Pinney says Chilwell's been injured a lot. Jemal says he wants Arteta to stay. I've been quite defensive of Arteta, but what I would say is it's not acceptable to be 15th in the league for long. He's got to start climbing the league. 1-0 to Chelsea. Right from the corner. Thiago Silva, bullet header. You can't argue with that. Chelsea, I think, are one of the teams in the league who score the most from corners. And Thiago Silva, bullet header. Absolutely. Mason Mount on the corner. It's a good header. Very good header from Chelsea. And I think I'm right. Somebody might correct me. They've scored the most goals. It's a free header for him. It's poor marking. There's a lot of people jumping, but there's not enough people marking. And it's a free header for Thiago Silva. But it's a good header. Well done. Good goal. Chelsea lead 1-0 here. Could have been 1-0 down if Declan Rice had timed his run correctly. They're 1-0 up from a corner. They have scored the most goals from corners, says LFC 1892. Won't be very happy there. He surprised me, Thiago Silva, There's no doubt in his quality, but at, 49, to come and play well in the Premier League, I just thought he was a bit old. And he's really, he doesn't look, it just shows you, age can be just a number. It can be an indication that they're too old, but he's come over and he's done a fantastic, he's doing really well at the moment. Doesn't look slow, doesn't look as if he's struggling, so he's doing well. Why does he play Abraham striker, not Werner, says JL150? I think it's because Werner's not been doing very well in front of goal, has he? But Chelsea coming forward again here. Azpilicueta, another corner, and they'll have to be careful. I can't believe I've got to actually respond to this. If you watch this channel, you know exactly when I said 49 I was being sarcastic. But there are people in the live comments who are outraged because I said 49. I've even got people saying, 49? He's not that old, he's 35. I mean, it's called jokes, sarcasm. Might not exist in your head, but I can be sarcastic. I didn't know exactly he was 35. I actually thought he was 36, to be fair, but still stands true. He's doing a good job. He's been a good signing. He's not as old as Mata, though, is he? I mean, Mata's about 55 now. They've got to be careful, West Ham there, though, because Chelsea are buzzing. They're buzzing around them, ready to throw a killer blow here. Could be a long old night for Chelsea. It's funny, actually. I was speaking to a West Ham fan I know on Saturday, and we were talking about the United game. And I said, you know what? If you'd had Antonio instead of Haller, you'd have put us away in the first half. You should have been 3-0 up. And he said, yeah. I said, who you got on the weekend? And he said, we're playing Monday night against Chelsea. And I said, oh, well, you know, you might have a chance in that. Lovely cross in there. Should have been 2-0. He said, we won't win because we beat them twice last year and they've lost their last two. You know, Chelsea will be up for it. And it's looking that way at the moment. Would you sign Sancho for £80 million, says Michael? If I know it depends what the budget for United is. If United's budget's 100 million, no. If United's budget's 150, yeah. Don't want us to blow all our budget on Jadon Sancho. That's what I'm basically saying. See, Timo Werner there, Tammy Abraham. It's a lovely cross from Mason Mount. And, you know, he's another player that's proving people wrong. You know, he might well be Gareth Southgate's son, but he's actually playing very well for Chelsea. I don't know what Chelsea fans think of Mason Mount, though, because admittedly, I can tell you anything about Man United because I watch every minute they play. I don't watch a lot of Chelsea, and Mason Mount, to me, was a player I couldn't understand why he was playing for England. I couldn't understand why he was playing for Chelsea. But the last 2 or 3 times I've seen him play, he's played really well, like really, really well. But I don't know whether that's what Chelsea fans think about him. But I used to say that, I don't apologise. Every time, I didn't understand why Mason Mount was playing. I didn't think he was that good. And I used to be a bit like that about Declan Rice. But then the last 8 months, I think Declan Rice has been fantastic. And I've got to say, Mason Mount, the last few times I've seen him, I've really liked the look of him. Mount is better than Havertz, but not Grealish, says Aziz Gaming. He plays deeper now, says Ryan TMHG. Mount's good, but a bit overrated by managers, says Jack Bryant. And Mount will be world-class next season, says Rambo. How old is Mason Mount, Rambo? What's your favourite game 2020 here in United Stand? What's your favourite game 2020 here in United Stand, says Manchester United. Oh, I see what you mean. You know what? All right, it's probably a little bit sensationalist because it happened yesterday, but I absolutely loved Man United against Leeds yesterday. Not because we won 6-2, just because it was very open. And my second favourite game of this season, I'm not going to do the year because I've got to think the last season then. Leeds-Liverpool. So fair play to Leeds. You have actually entertained me in the 2 best games I've watched this season. I did Leeds-Liverpool, I think, here on the opening weekend of this season. I loved it. And I did Man United, obviously, yesterday, and I loved it. I like watching Leeds play because they play open football. And he's offside. I don't know why they've got the flag up. Check it. Tammy Abraham says, check it. Check it. I've scored. It's not offside. Hart's going to be going fast here, the lineswoman. Do you call him a linesman or a lineswoman? I don't know whether we keep that, but it's miles out. Tammy Abraham saying check it. It's well over the line. It's not over the line. It's bloody miles over the line. Or is it? It is. Finbar says if it's 2-0, I'm going to rage. Brighton versus Manchester United was very dramatic, but it wasn't a good game. United and Liverpool conceded 6 and 7 on the same weekend and then scored 6 and 7 on the same weekend. Random weird facts, says Sharab Chowdhury. Thanks for the super chats that are coming in. And Talha says they've subscribed to the channel. Thank you very much. Please do that. We're on 274,000, says Rick Salazar. So we're on that road. I want to try and hit 275 before the end of the year. So please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. My numbers are all over the place here. Draughty would go mad if he was watching. They're a bit all over the shop. That's still not quite right. Oh, that was even worse. Don't do this after a couple of beers. Might do a Revenant watch along later. I'm not really. The bear attack would be a very good watch along after a few beers, though. Your Grinch face was quality, says Abs. I'm surprised nobody clipped that Grinch face, actually, from this morning, because I thought, you know, for all the little bloody clips and gifs people do of me, I really hoped that one was going to get clips, because I would have retweeted that if it was good, but I haven't seen it, so I don't know whether it is. Hypothetical that might be reality. If you had Sancho and Grealish on the table for 80 million, which one would you go for? And there you have to pick one, says Joshua Bellwater. Oh, yeah, for me, it would still definitely be Jack Grealish. Would you sign Haaland or Sancho? Says Shut Up. Sorry, it would be Sancho. Sancho on both of those, sorry. I do like Jack Grealish, but Manchester United do need a right winger, and if I had to choose between two, it would be that. Another chance for Chelsea to put a cross into the box here. It's been a very fast first 17 minutes. I don't get how United win 6-2, but everyone going on about how good Leeds are because they are so open. But bad tactics by Leeds, if you ask me, and United, great, says Daz OW. But that's why I enjoy watching Leeds. They're so, I don't want to use the word naive, but a little bit naive. I mean, Bielsa actually said it the night before the game. I could just sit back and stop United counter-attacking, but it's not how we play. And then he loses 6-2. What do you think about that as a Leeds fan? Did you see that Leeds fan who... he was on a watch along with three. It was I think it was some sort of Zoom thing, and we had three little boxes of Leeds fans. And in the top left-hand corner, they had this Leeds husband and wife, I presume. And when the second goal goes in, they're not happy, and he stands up and he's going, "Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!" I thought he was going to like burn his house down. And then when he's in the middle of the rant, that whoever's in control of the stream obviously just clicks X and gets rid of him. And then on the third, fourth, fifth and sixth goal, they're not there anymore. I was laughing my head off at that this morning. I really, really was. Don't worry, Mark, I've clipped it, says Ewan Black. You'll have to tag me into that and I'll do it a retweet. I don't get how Man United win 6-2, but or DM me. I don't get how Man United win 6-2, but everyone going on about that. We've done that one. And Leeds, West Ham are in trouble here. Chelsea are all over them. Hi, Mark, love the channel. Keep it up. Where do you think Villa will finish? I think Villa at the moment look like they could finish top half. I'm looking forward to playing Villa, actually. Just day after New Year's Day, innit? If we're giving some credit to Mourinho for Kanze's development this season, can we give Ollie credit for Bruno's development? Says Ali Ashfaq. Yeah, you know, it's not... I don't know. It's difficult when a player's like 24, 25, 26. It's difficult to talk about development because, you know, they're at that age where... Tactical awareness you can talk about, yeah. Yeah, it did make me laugh, that Leeds thing. He literally, you know what? You know, you've seen me when we let goals in. I tried to go down the for self-preservation reasons, really. I tried to go down the comedy. I'm very angry, and I'll try and say something funny because it'll make me feel better in the despair. But this guy, he was literally looked like he was going to burn his house down. Yeah, fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck! I was like, oh my god! I feared for anybody in the postcode. It was unbelievable, and they just cut his call off. I was like, oh my god! And all I could think about, good cross by Chelsea here. All I could think about was when I lived in Ireland. I used to work in this office, and there was this woman who worked. Go on, Haller, you're in. You're in. He's not going to do it. He's on his own. Oh, bloody useless! He's useless, that Haller. Absolute shite. I feel sorry for Chelsea. Sorry, West Ham. I don't feel sorry for Chelsea. They're all right. He's through there. He's crap. Would you take Calvin Phillips from Leeds, says Michael? I don't know. I think he'd be useful. He's got to be getting a shot on goal there, Haller. Donkey. Absolute donkey. What beer you got? What goes on your Christmas dinner, says Matt Hancock. Can you remind me about that in a minute, Matt? I'll try and remember. Anyway, it's a free kick for West Ham here. Chance to put a cross into box. Cross coming in from West Ham here. Headed away. Let's see what happens here. If Chelsea score again, I'm going to pretend I'm a West Ham fan and be like that Leeds fan, I think. Let me get back in the mood. I'm just going to see if Chelsea do anything here. We're all proved wrong yesterday by Dan James, says JL150, and Lee Max has finished your story, which I'll do in a minute. Right. So yeah, the goalkeeper's got it for Chelsea now. So yeah. So sorry if you just tuned in. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and smash a like. So the Leeds fan, when the second goal goes in, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. Absolutely thought, I don't know, I don't even know, I couldn't relate it to anything. I was trying to think how angry, and it was like, I don't know. I couldn't relate it to anything. I mean, look, I've been very, very, very fed up with football. Like, I've seen England go out on penalties. I've seen United do some crazy shit. But it was just, I couldn't get my head around what I could relate it to. Fuck off, fuck off, fuck off. And he got up as well. He stood up and he's like, fuck off, fuck off. And I think he walks out of camera as well. It's hilarious. And I was like, it wasn't like somebody died because you'd be crying. It was like, he was just so angry. I can't think about it. It's just angry man syndrome, isn't it? And it made me think when I used to live in Ireland, in this office, there was this woman who used to work in underwriting. And I just remember this one Monday morning, she came down and me and my mate were getting a coffee and she was there. And she was like, we were talking about the football and she went, oh, you're talking about the match at the weekend? And I was like, yeah. I said, yeah, disappointing. I think we'd lost United. It's like disappointing. She went, oh, you want to be... My husband's a Leeds fan. It's nothing like what your disappointment there. And we're like, all right, really. She says, no, literally, if Leeds lose, he's in a shit mood for the rest of the weekend. I pray that Leeds win every weekend, because if they lose on a Saturday afternoon, he's a miserable shit until Monday. And that instantly came into my head when I thought maybe it was her husband. It wasn't her. Maybe she dumped him and he'd got with somebody else. But fuck off. I literally, there are some clips that I see and they just make me want to watch it again and again and again. It's like that one I retweeted the other day on my Twitter at Mark Goldbridge about I think he is an Arsenal fan, and he's driving along and he's like doing some sort of Formula One thing on a sim, and he's in the corner and he's going, that's a good lap. That's a good lap. Definitely top three. Definitely top three. 16th! I mean, you've got to watch it to see it. Oh, West Ham are in down the left-hand side. Cross comes in. He's bottled that. Poor cross. Too much power on it, Cresswell. Too much power. But West Ham having a bit of a better here. It's Nepanthes. There you go. I don't know who he is, but it made me laugh. It did make me laugh. Nathan Blake says, can you say hi? It's my birthday on Wednesday and it'll mean a lot if you say hi. Hi, Nathan. Thanks for the super chat, Elliot Thompson. And 7-1 says, what's up, guys? Thanks everyone for tuning in. 6,500 on a Monday night match. Good. I hope you're all getting ready for Christmas. I tweeted the vid, Mark, and tagged you, says Ewan Black. Oh, this will be hard. It might not work. What's your Twitter feed? Oh, good cross coming in. Zuma's not happy. He's gone for a corner. Chance here for West Ham. Cross coming in. Oh, I don't do FPL anymore, Zahid. I literally haven't changed my team for about 5 weeks. I can tell you what my points are, but I haven't changed my team. I keep forgetting to do it, and I've just not done it for so long now. I think I'm just going to quit. Cross comes in from West Ham. Still in there, and Soucek kicks it over the bar. Wants a corner. He's not going to get one. I've got 47 points this week. All off Bruno being captain, really. Pretty shit week. got Justin on the bench though, with 8 points, and he will come on the bench. So I'll get 55 points this week when Justin comes in. Yeah. It's not too bad, isn't it, when I'm not even bloody trying? I probably wouldn't have got that if I'd tried. People are tagging me in the Grinch video, but it's hard. Because I'm not finding it. I get so many... so many... No, I'm not, and that's not because I'm popular. That's just people telling me I'm a nonce or something like that, really. Can't wait to get a pint with you in Ireland, says Music Corner. Do you follow that guy's jokes on Insta? They have some great Arsenal videos. I do, because sometimes I only became aware of them because they did some of my stuff as well. But I can't see where this is. Somebody tell me what the Twitter feed of the Grinch thing is, and I'll probably be able to find it quicker. I don't want to waste time looking. Although, I've got a way to find it. Christmas time, there is no need to be afraid. At Christmas time. We let in light and the vanished pains. Well, that's not working either. Okay. Free kick to West Ham here. Found it. Thanks, pal. So half an hour gone in this game. I must start talking about the football again, otherwise people will complain. It's not 1-1. It's 1-0. Stop trying to trick me because I'm not looking at the screen. Or it could be 1-1. I think it's going to be a foul, though, by Bowen. That's a bit harsh. I don't think that is a foul. But it was a foul. Love the streams. I'm a Leeds fan, but I'd rather lose 6-2 and play like that instead of 10 men behind the ball and lose 1-0. Also, we now have no fit centre-backs, says George Worthington. You know what, George? I don't really feel the Leeds rivalry. I said that before the game, and I don't know whether Leeds fans take that as a disrespect thing or not. But I know that Leeds fans, absolutely... it's number one rivalry against Man United, isn't it? I was very happy when Leeds got promoted. I like Bielsa as a coach. I don't think that rivalry is going to be a rivalry for Man United for a while, but never say never. It could come back, and I wouldn't want Leeds to get relegated. I wouldn't. I think they'll, as I said, the two best games I've seen this season are Leeds Liverpool and Leeds Man United. Because you know what you're going to get with Leeds. You're going to get this brand of football. I mean, you're never going to win the league with that brand of football with those players. I think if Leeds had a billionaire, Bielsa might be able to win the league. Because if what I'd love to see is Bielsa with PSG squad. Because I think then it would be very interesting. And he still might not win the league because he plays too open. But I don't want to see Leeds getting relegated. And I think they will stay in the league. But you never know. You never know. You never know with football. I didn't think Leeds would get relegated last time, and they did. Why don't you love Bruno? Why do you love Bruno so much? Says Abhishek. Maybe want to check. Maybe Abhishek needs to check his stats or something like that, his goals and assists. But no, in relation to Bruno, I mean, look, I don't really want to talk about it because people would just say, "Oh yeah, in hindsight, you're a genius." But the videos are there. The videos are there. 18 months before he signed for Manchester United, I said Bruno Fernandes would be a revelation, and he has been. But I also said I thought we'd messed it up. 6 months before we bought him in the summer transfer window, we should have got him. I was in Mallorca. I said that ship behind me, that's the Bruno ship, and it's sinked because we've messed this deal up. And I thought he was going to Spurs, and I said if he goes to Spurs, I wish him all the best, and he'll be a bloody revelation there as well. So I just knew with Bruno because I call him a stat padder, but stat padding. I think Ronaldo's a stat padder. He's still the best player in the world. Bruno's a stat padder because he scores, he gets goals, he gets assists, he contributes. There's nothing wrong with being a stat padder. Oh, what a hit that was! Good block by Thiago Silva. I don't think Mendy was going to save that. Right, I think he got it right in the jewels, right in the old knob. To be honest, right between the legs. This was going in. Very brave. There'll be no action for him at Christmas. No, it didn't. It hit him in the chest. Oh, he's winded himself. Right in the six-pack. Yeah. Arjen, I've seen the tweet. Yeah, it's about Caicedo. As I said tonight on the United stand, it's looking very positive around Caicedo to Manchester United. Looking very positive, yeah. Is Havertz a flop, says Sultan? I still think he's got the potential to come good. Obviously, he's on the bench tonight. West Ham have done quite well the last 10 minutes, actually. They might get back into this game. Super chat, see if you can say my name this time. Brandon. Van Grove. Mark, the thing I like about Bruno is that even when he has a bad game, he still gets a goal or assist. If he came to Spurs, where do you think he would be? Says Kendall M. I think if Bruno had gone to Spurs, Pochettino would still be there because it was Pochettino who was going to buy him and he'd been sacked by November. So I don't think Mourinho would be manager of Spurs because I think Bruno would have had a similar impact. He would have got goals and assists, which is what cost Pochettino his job. So, yeah, I'm sure Pochettino looks at Manchester United with a lot of envy anyway because he wants that job, but it probably really annoys him that what happened with Bruno. How about a Liverpool West Brom watch along next Monday, says Frentas. To be honest with you, I don't really like watching Liverpool pump teams, and they will absolutely pump West Brom. So yeah. Matt Hancock's, thank you. He says, answer my beer. Mark, you always pronounce my name wrong. Ori. Sorry, Ori. Or Ori. Or Ori. Answer my beer and Christmas dinner question, says Matt Hancock's. I'm drinking Carling. I like Carling. I'm not afraid to say it. I like Carling. I'm more than happy having a pint of Carling in a pub. I'd love to have a pint of Carling in a pub, to be honest with you. I'd drink a pint of bloody Foster's in a pub at the moment, to be honest. I do like Carling. It's cheap and cheerful, but I do like it. Always have. Declan Rice with the cross. Chelsea will get it away. They're doing well at the moment. West Ham, and they'll get a throw in here. Let's watch where this goes. Interesting game, this. I do think that West Ham are massively hindered by not having Mikel Antonio. I think it cost them 3 points against United. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. And Yemel says, I think this game's going to end up in a draw because Chelsea are missing good chances. I do like Stout, Eamon Kelly. One thing you can't argue with Maguire is his ability to not pick up many injuries and play high number of games, says Josh Wilson. Yeah, but is that really impressive? Oh, I play loads of games. It's like the kid who goes to school and never gets sick. Wow. What do you want? A bloody medal from the teacher? Milk monitor? I mean, obviously you don't want a player that gets injured a lot, but I don't think it's, if you're not good enough, you're not good enough, are you? And I'm not saying Maguire's not good enough, but I'm not going to give him a bloody credit because he plays every game. West Ham look like they're going to get a goal here. They're really having a go at Chelsea. That's not a good cross. Not a good cross. Cool. Goal kick. Simon B says Chelsea's yet to impress me this season. Look like an average top 8 team. And Mark, Carling tastes like a arse. Gotta get on the Stellas, says OG Mellim. I'm not a big fan of Stella actually. It's Stella's is a drink that actually messes with your head a lot as well. I remember having a night on the Stella and I was talking all sorts of shit. Not to say that I don't anyway, but yeah. West Ham haven't scored, by the way. Bye bye Cooper Kid. There's always one. I do like Guinness, yeah. Flack, love it. DT like Stella. I didn't. Yeah. Do you respect Moses as a manager despite man? What? Oi oi! Don't know what you're talking about. Oi oi. Vernon nearly getting in there. Thanks, Hawkshead. You watching Arsenal versus City tomorrow? No, I'm not actually. I was thinking about actually doing a watch along for it, and then I thought, you know what? It's Carabao Cup quarter final. I don't think Man City are going to put their first team out. Arsenal are absolutely crap. I'll leave that to AFTV. They can watch that. I think I'm going to watch a film tomorrow night. I'm not massively interested in Man City versus Arsenal in a Carabao Cup game. Because if Man City put their first team out, they'll win. And if they don't put their first team out, it's because they don't really care. And I think he will put a strong team out because Pep loves the Carabao Cup. Haven't they won it like 90 times in a row or something? Oliver Harrison says, what do you think about Christmas? Well, I'll put that to you lot and I'll read some of your comments out. What do you think about Christmas 2020? Get your comments in. Don't just do one words. Do you respect Moyes as a manager despite Manchester United? Says, okay. No. I thought he was a good manager at Arsenal, at Everton. He never should have got the Man United job. If you speak to my best mate, and if we still have the text messages, I absolutely did not want David Moyes. I really, really didn't want David Moyes. And I know that sounds like, genuine genius insight again, on par with Bruno. And I've done it a few times. I didn't want Fellaini anyway either. I didn't want Fellaini and I didn't want David Moyes. I actually really hoped that there was going to be a technical issue with both, and we got them both. So I never wanted Moyes at Manchester United. So I don't respect him as a Manchester United manager because he never should have got the job. His level is probably this, a team that's sort of a mid-table club. Is Declan Rice down the left-hand side? Oh, what is he looking for there? The West Ham player, I don't know. Did you know in Africa it's summer during Christmas, so we don't really get that Christmas vibe like you lot, says Kendall M. Bit like Australia. If you want to get cold, you got to get in your fridge. Don't get in your fridge. You wouldn't fit in a fridge anyway. There's too many shelves. You'd have to be premeditated, which is you'd have to take all the shelves out, which is just stupid. 4 minutes to go to half time, then we can play either or. But West Ham have done well. This game, I felt that Chelsea were going to go 2-0 up, but they've sort of sat back quite a lot here so far. Do you think Fred is the most underrated player in the league? Like Kante at Leicester wasn't noticed until the end of the season. I think Fred is the most underrated player in the Manchester United team, and some people still think that he doesn't play that well. And the Royal Mail X, thanks for the super chat. He says, hey Mark, if I don't catch you live again, hope you have a good Christmas, mate. Stay strong. Also, I'm actually gutted Lingard hasn't been given another chance. He deserves one on Wednesday against Everton. Yeah, 9 subs and he's not even on the bench yesterday. This could be 2-0. They've opened it up. It's Werner. He's missed it. He's bloody missed it. Werner again. Couldn't hit the ocean from a boat. It's a massive chance. And look, I like Werner. He's got to score there, though. It should be 2-0. He's got the whole goal to really aim at. He can open his body up. He doesn't get out of his feet. I think he's gone with his wrong foot as well. It's a good save by Fabianski. But the pass was too slow, Lewis. You are right. But he couldn't get it out of his feet, could he? I don't know who's going to get promoted, Jack, because I don't even know who's top of the championship. I mean, that to me would actually be an exciting look. Let's have a look. Oh, West Ham down the left-hand side with Haller, who is about as slow as a corpse, to be honest with you. And he's offside anyway. The other Carabao Cup games are Brentford versus Newcastle, and we've also got Stoke versus Spurs at 5:30 on Wednesday. So, yes. Let me just have a look at the tables. Championship. I've got no idea who's top of the championship. Norwich. Well, Norwich look like they're going to get promoted because they're 7 points. Sorry, yeah, they're 7 points ahead of third. So Norwich look very, very comfortable to come back. Bournemouth look like they're going to come back as well. And then you've got Swansea, Brentford, Watford and Middlesbrough. So the 3 that went down could come back because Watford are in the playoffs and Norwich and Bournemouth are in the top 2. So it's one of those seasons, isn't it? I thought Rooney was doing well at Derby. He's won 1, drawn 1, drawn 1, won 1. Actually, he's doing all right, isn't he? They've drawn 3 and won 2. So they are doing a bit better, to be fair. Mark, thanks for all the content on United Stand. It's been a good start to the season. Have a good Christmas and hopefully get the job done Boxing Day. Yeah, you know, lots more content on United Stand on here before Christmas. But if you are breaking up for Christmas or whatever, then I hope you're having a good one. I did ask everyone what they thought about Christmas on a serious note, because for me, our plans are ruined by COVID. And I say COVID because I know a lot of people are pissed off with the government, but the reality is they're faced with a decision they've got to make. They've got to make it. We've got a new strain of the pandemic of COVID, and it's you've got to stop it. And I hope that people aren't selfish, but I've heard a lot of people, I'm not going to name names, John, who are not going to change their plans. I'm still having my mother and father round. I'm still going to have my brother and his kids round, and and we're going there on Boxing Day and this, that, and the other. And you just think, well, you know what? You better get used to Zooming them, because that's what's going to happen for 3 months in the new year, because people like you are selfish. But so for me, it's we're just going to have Christmas on our own at home, and that's what we will be doing over Christmas, because I just think I can't live with the fact that I could give it to somebody vulnerable in my family, and I'd rather not have this Christmas with them but have future Christmas with them. That's the decision, isn't it? But some people make a different decision. But it is a crap Christmas. I was saying to somebody today, I said, this Christmas hasn't even happened yet, and you already know it's going to be the Stoke City of Christmases. Like, it's not even happened, and it's going to be the Stoke City one. But doesn't mean, there's lots and lots of things you can do. I find alcohol helps in the evening. A couple of drinks makes me relax. I'll watch The Revenant at 10:30 tonight on BBC Two, and I'll enjoy that. And you just got to look forward, haven't you? Got to look forward. And as long as the football can keep going, I'm worried about the football. That's what's worrying me, because there is a big increase in London at the moment, and that will go around the country. And the Premier League's done a really good job, but it only takes one Premier League club to get it, and it will go right the way through it. Their games will get cancelled, a few others will get cancelled, and then we won't be able to play games, which is exactly what happened. I can't go back to a lockdown like March where there's no bloody football. Sean Turner says, plans are dead for Christmas. The only thing you can do is drink every day, eat after eights and matchmakers, and hope United keep winning. Yeah, and it doesn't sound too bad, does it? I'll be having a bit of relaxation. I'll be watching some films and eating a lot, of course. Reflecting on a very difficult year for everybody. Reflecting on the people we've lost this year. As I said, there's a few people I've known that died of it, and it's very sad. So, but some people, look, this is why I don't name names, because some people, their selfishness has no ends. All they can think about is themselves. There are people in the society like this. You've seen all the pictures, all the people leaving London on Saturday night, like going on. The stupidness is they were even announcing on the trains out of London. You won't believe this. Like Saturday night, London was going to get put into Tier 4. So all the train stations in London that had trains out of it, and all the roads were rammed. But on the trains, if you go on a train at the moment, which I never would, they have like social distancing on there. And the tannoy on the train said, we cannot social distance people on this train because it's so busy. Which makes you ask a question, why were they selling tickets for a train that can't, money again? And I blame the train people as well. We're at half time here. I blame the train companies as well, because you should only sell tickets for enough for you to be able to social distance on there, and they didn't. So that to me is poor. But on the train, people were getting on the train to get out of London, an area that's got this really infectious COVID strain, and they were all getting into a caravan packed together to go up north or down south or wherever to spread it. And that's selfishness, because they're in their head, they're thinking, well, I don't want to stay here because I don't want to do what's good for everybody else. And that's what pisses me off, the selfishness. All the people, when the pubs opened, who were going in these pubs and congregating in the pubs and outside the pubs, all the people having their parties, it's just selfish. And they go, well, I didn't get it. I didn't pass it on. How do you know? What teams do you like supporting other than United? Says shut up. Yeah, probably should shut up. I don't support any other teams. I do like watching football. And I've always, from a very young age, I grew up with football, and my granddad used to manage a Sunday morning team. And look, I don't know whether it's like this anymore, but amateur football, right? I'd go there with my granddad. He'd be the manager, and he'd just say, "Go and kick your ball about." And we'd play this. His team would be playing, and if it was a boring game, we'd be playing in like one of these recreational grounds where there might be 8 games going on. So I'd just wander off to another pitch and watch it, and based on their kits, and there might be another pitch, on the next pitch, because there'd be like 8 pitches, like I say. There might be a couple of teams with kits that I quite liked. And I'd sit and watch it for half an hour, and I'd really get into it and watch that. So I've always loved watching football. There's nothing better than watching Manchester United, because that's my team, but I'm more than happy to sit and watch Chelsea, West Ham, Dortmund versus Bayern, Juventus versus AC Milan. I just love football, so that's why I do this channel as well. Boring game, says Yenny. I don't think it is. I think West Ham are toothless up front. They're like a basking shark. They've got no teeth. And I don't rate Haller. I thought Sebastian Haller was going to be a good signing for West Ham. He did quite well in Germany, but he ain't a Premier League striker. They've been ad there. If they've got Antonio, they'll probably win this game. Well, I don't see whether they'd win it, but they wouldn't be. I don't think they'd be losing. I think they'd be drawing. And they would have beaten United if they'd had Antonio, but they had Haller. If you want to play either or, let's get it on. Paul Stanger says football or movies. Always football, but I love me movies. If you want to watch a good film and you're a bit of a night owl, then tonight at 10:30 on BBC Two, Revenant. I think even unless you watched it last night, watch it. It's brilliant. I love it. It's a real... And I think it's a bit of a Christmas film as well, because it's got snow. I'm not saying it's a Christmas film per se, but it has got snow in it. So it's got festive themes. Mark, hopefully we don't get another lockdown like March with no sports and crapping the... If you do watch Revenant later, all I'm going to say is some people think the bear shags him. And when you've got that in your head, you can see why some people think you do. But he definitely doesn't. He definitely doesn't. But some people think the bear shags him. And it does. It definitely doesn't. But when you think of it, you can see how their sick minds work. Mark, hopefully we don't get another lockdown like March with no sports and clapping for the NHS. Or just do you think Leicester can win the Europa League, says John Morris. Mate, I don't mind the clapping for the NHS. That's not why I don't want another lockdown. I just don't want no sport again because, I like snooker. They've done a great job with the snooker. They've done it all at one venue. They've done loads and loads of different tournaments. The darts is on over Christmas as well. People need sport. They need it. So I don't want to see that happening. But, with all the best will in the world, it could. Celtic or Rangers for the title this year, says Connor Shields. I mean, look, you know what? Rangers they're doing really, really well, aren't they? I don't know what people think, but I don't know that Celtic will catch Rangers. I always like it when Celtic and Rangers are neck and neck. It doesn't look like it's going to be neck and neck this season. It looks very, very, very much like Rangers are going to do it, which is a long time. How many years is it since they won the title, Rangers? So, yeah, it's looking good for them at the moment. But you never know. You never know. I still think that Celtic probably have got the stronger team. But you do not know how it can go in this game. Loan, sale, keep Rashford, Van der Beek or Greenwood. Well, I'd loan Greenwood because he's always going to come back. I'd have to sell Van der Beek, wouldn't I? I'm not going to sell Rashford. Lesidi. Horrible hypothetical that. Do you follow any non-league teams? Says JL150. I sort of keep an eye on Solihull Moors because that's the closest team to where I live. But yeah, that's it really. New Year's Eve is dusted this year unless you're an arsehole, isn't it? I mean, literally, in the UK, if you're going to have a party to celebrate New Year's Eve, you're a cretin. Basically, you're a selfish cretin. That's all you are. I'm not going to dress it up any other way. If you have people around your house or you go to a party on New Year's Eve, you are a selfish cretin. I'll argue that with anybody. It's cancelled. Football won't go away. They'll end up paying for them to all have the vaccine. It's too much of a moneymaker for the country, says Sean Turner. That's a great point by Sean. Why are they not giving footballers the vaccine? Because that would keep it going. But is it immoral to give it to footballers before you give it to the NHS? And if they don't give it to them in time, we'll have to see football cancelled for a bit. Kendall says doggy or missionary. I've just read that out because it's a super chat. Thierry Henry or Ruud van Nistelrooy, says Denny Axe. Look, even as I loved Van Nistelrooy as a Man United player, but it's Thierry Henry. I mean, Thierry Henry is in the debate for being the best ever Premier League player. Van Nistelrooy, as good as he was, is not in that debate. So it's Thierry Henry. Ronaldo or Thierry Henry? Well, kiss my ass, Thierry. Vava voom off, because it's Ronaldo. Maddison or Foden? I'm interested to watch Leicester on I can't wait for the game against Man United and Leicester on Boxing Day. It'll be live on the United Stand as a watch along. Really looking forward to it. But I tend to think that maybe it's Maddison. Maybe it's who am I talking about? I think Mason Mount's a good player, and he doesn't get enough game time in my opinion. So yeah. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. We're trying to get up to 275,000 before New Year. We are on 274,200 at the moment. So please subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. There was a FIFA career mode today. Disappointed is the word. But you need to watch it. And it is back tomorrow at 3:30. If you have to sell Martial or Rashford, which one do you sell? Josh Clements. Oh, Josh. Because it's a super chat, I'll answer it. Callum's quote says, "Are you high?" I don't do drugs, Callum. I haven't done any drugs for decades, apart from paracetamol when I've got a headache. When are you doing Ultimate Team again? Says Daniel G. I've got to do Football Manager before I do that. So If I had to sell one of Rashford or Martial, this is hard because they're two of my favourite players. I'm going to be in the minority here. I'm going to sell Rashford. Martial and Bruno are my two favourite players at Manchester United because I think they are the best two players at Manchester United. I don't put Pogba in there because I just don't like the way Pogba's acted. But, you know, Pogba is a very talented player as well. So I'd have to do that. Yeah, I don't want to do it, of course. Hector Ing says, you've inspired me to create a fan channel for the under-15 Dallas boys who beat the underpaid US women national team 5-2. Blessings and stay safe. Thank you, Hector, and good luck with it. Messi or Lewandowski, says Daniel. Well, it's definitely Messi, mate. Why do you keep saying Maguire needs a quick centre-back next to him when he was at Leicester he had Johnny Evans, says Turkish Delight. Yeah, but I don't care about Leicester. I'm talking about Manchester United. I don't need to analyse Leicester. I don't need to look at Leicester. We're Manchester United. The way that Leicester play football, maybe they play a deep line. I don't know. Leicester play counter-attacking football with Vardy. So I would say that at Leicester, they probably play a very deep team. So the lack of pace in their centre-backs doesn't matter because their team plays deep because they want to suck teams in to hit a long ball to Vardy. That's my perception of Leicester. Manchester United, we want to press high up the pitch. We want to force people back to their penalty box. So we need a quick centre-back. It's a good answer for me after a couple of beers. That's a very good answer. I'm proud of that one. Lord of the Rings or Star Wars. Also watch Edge of Tomorrow. It's one of the best sci-fi movies in the last decade. Who's in it? James K. I'm running out of time, James, actually. I'm going to watch The Revenant tonight. I want to watch Rogue One, which I might wait till after Christmas. And I've got to watch Die Hard on Christmas Eve. That's my film. Christmas Eve, Die Hard. Have to watch Christmas Eve on Die Hard. Have to watch Die Hard on Christmas Eve. Who's Liverpool's closest title challenger? Says Oi. Oi. Well, we'll find out. We'll find out on Boxing Day because it's second against third. Star Wars for me. I tell you what, if you haven't watched The Mandalorian yet, forget spoilers because you should have watched it by now. That Skywalker bit, I've watched it 20 times. It's the music. It was very reminiscent of the end of Rogue One with Darth Vader. Get him back, recast him. That's to me is the best clip of 2020. I loved it. Messi this year is crap. Lewandowski's on another level, says Zuma. Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. I've seen it, George Burke. I've seen it. Is it the one where they keep living the same day? Or I've seen two with him. Mandalorian was awesome, says the Red Devil in Me. And the Red Devil in Me, you might want to rename yourself because when you say Red Devil in Me, I know you're probably talking about being a Man United fan and it's inside you, but it also sounds like you're shagging a Red Devil. Mbappe or Lewandowski, says Rishi. Depends what you want. You know, do you want a world-class striker who's coming towards the end of his career, or do you want one of the world's best players elect for the next 10 years? So I'd go Mbappe. Do you think Palestri's performances in the reserves have been the final nail in the coffin for Lingard's United career? And possibly James, says Sean Turner. I think Lingard's on his way out. I think it's very obvious that's about to happen. But on the other hand, I think that Dan James is a little bit interesting. Because he played well yesterday and I would play him. Peep show or Friday night dinner, says Matt Tosland. I do like them both. I'm just going to give an honest answer on which one I enjoyed the most. Peep show. Yeah. And I think Peep show is more impressive because it went on for longer. Although, for right now, I might be telling a lie there. They've both been going on for a long time. Lingard could go to Rangers, says Zach. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. It's been a long half time there, but it's been a good one. Some people say that half time is the best bit on That's Football. I don't know. I don't watch Family Guy, Zenix. I'm not saying I wouldn't like it, I just don't watch it. Revenant at 10:30 tonight. If you're watching it on BBC Two at 10:30 tonight, just think I'm lying in bed watching it as well. Don't think of me naked or anything like that because I won't be naked. Just think of me in a nice way watching The Revenant at 10:30 and think Goldbridge is watching this. Don't think of us in bed together. That's not the angle I'm going for. I'm just saying I'm going to be watching it at 10:30 tonight. I know this is going to be 2 tough questions. Is Bruno the best player in the Premier League right now? Also, who would you sell or keep in Bruno or Martial? Says Salah Ahmed. Well, I'll sell Martial this time and I'll keep Bruno. And for me, Bruno is the best player in the Premier League at the moment because Van Dijk is injured, Kevin De Bruyne is playing shit, and I wouldn't swap him for anybody else. There is obviously Manchester United bias there, but I just think he's an unbelievable player. And you look at the stats, we haven't got quite as many points as Liverpool have got since Bruno's been in the league, but we are second, I believe, and it's totally down to him. I agree, I'm an absolute massive Star Wars fan, but I feel they shouldn't have had the X-Wing because it almost gave it away, says Josh Clements. Yeah, but he flies an X-Wing. I think it added to the excitement, but I know what you're on about. We bought a zoo, not a Christmas movie, but a great family movie, says Kenneth Hoagland. And Smalling, I've never seen that. Smalling is our best centre-back post-Fergie. This fact still stands, however, need to put more respect on Lindelof's name, says Nate Jones. They're just showing that chance for Werner back there, and it was a big miss. It was a big miss. But I think Pulisic's pass is a little bit short. He wants it in. Well, no, I still think he should do better. Anyway, we're about to kick off second half here. Tammy Abraham's very enthusiastic. Should Tammy Abraham be in a Chelsea side that's trying to win the league? There's a question for you. Should Havertz be being played more to get used to the league? It's difficult, isn't it? We had this problem at United with Fred. Hey Mark, you should check out The Equaliser. I've seen it. Wally win. It's good. Thanks for all the super chats. Who is indispensable in United's starting 11? Well, it's Bruno, isn't it? West Ham aren't in any hurry to come out here. Bloody hell. Chelsea are all on the pitch. Can West Ham get back into this game second half? Have you watched Inception by Christopher Nolan, says JL150? I watched it again about 2 months ago. I like it. Long film, but goes fast. I've got to watch that Tenet over Christmas, but everyone says don't watch it. It's just ridiculous. Even people who like Christopher Nolan films have said, do not waste your time. It's not pleasurable. Bit like anime. Can you call Jack a silly boy, says Big Man Boss? Tenet was amazing, says Speedway. You've lured me in. You've wooed me. Josh Mongan says, how's things, Mark? Sorry I missed the first half. Get out. If you can't be asked for the first half, you're not invited for the second. I'm only joking. We have started the timer. Would Werner blossom under a manager like Klopp, says Oi Oi. I think that's unfair on Lampard. I do think he's a good coach, Lampard, and I do think Werner will come good. I'm surprised he hasn't scored more goals. As I said, I predicted he'd be top goal scorer. I do really like Timo Werner, and I do think he's a really good player. I really do feel that with Werner and Havertz, they're not going to be Pepe. I think with Pepe, he looks like he's never going to catch fire at Arsenal. I think he'll score a goal every now and again, but I don't think Arsenal fans, and I think Arsenal fans know this deep down, with Pepe, he's not going to turn into a £70 million player. But I think with Havertz and Werner, they still will turn into good players. I think they're just taking time to settle because they're quality. Do you think Villa can make top four? We're playing a lot better than some of the big sides. Hopefully Jack will stay if we do, says Callum Singh. I like Villa. I do like Villa. And I think that they've got a good team. I don't know whether Ross Barkley's injured. They're currently on 22 points, Villa, and they have got... The funny thing about Villa is they've got 2 games in hand. If they won both of those, they'd have the same points as United would have if we won our game in hand. No, they wouldn't. They'd have a point less. So, I mean, Villa are interesting. Even if they just won one of their game in hands, they'd be up to 6th. So, and have the same points as Spurs. So, yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, with Villa? I love you, Goldbridge. My mate Luke Draper does too, says Brandon Vangrove. Okay, and if only one could happen in your lifetime, would you rather see Man United win the Champions League again or England win the World Cup, says Sean Turner. You know what? I would definitely, without hesitation, say Manchester United winning the Champions League. I wouldn't have always said that. There was a time when I used to love supporting England, and I do like supporting England now, but I don't have the same passion I used to have. Like, you know, growing up as a kid, I used to... I actually used to... Probably the biggest thing for me when I was growing up was playing for England and scoring a goal in an FA Cup final. That's how important those things were when I was growing up. But the FA have eroded the value of the FA Cup, and the FA have eroded the value of England football team with their managerial appointments. Good cross in there by Cresswell. It's on Haller's head. He's useless. I'm going to tweet it. He's not good. He's got to score that. Out of United's starting 11, who starts week in, week out without fail? Isn't the notion of captain to be consistent in performance and vocal? AKA Bruno, says Salah Ahmed. Yeah, I mean, Bruno Fernandes should be the captain of that team. He is the instigator. He is the vocal player. He is the leader. But, Ollie's a bit like Jose. He obviously doesn't value the captaincy because he won't give it to the person. Have you ever been to France, says Road to Dawn? Yep. Spain's my favourite European country. I just love Spain. Lovely ball into Tammy Abraham down the right-hand side. Get your angle right. Not a great first touch. Oh, what? It's a good cross by Abraham, and I just don't know how Timo Werner doesn't get on the end of it. And I think Tammy Abraham's looking at that as well. I don't know whether he's got his cross wrong, but I think Tammy Abraham could have angled his run into the box, but Werner bottles that. I don't know why Werner's not gone with his foot. He's sort of... Maybe it's too far ahead. I don't know whether he slipped or something. He's crossed it too hard, says Ben. I think, yeah, slow motion, you can't really read it. It looked like he should get on the end of it, but realistically, maybe he's got the cross wrong. Old Trafford is my heaven, says Werner is crap. Abhijit says, have you ever followed English cricket? Yeah, I always do. I mean, I don't know when the Ashes are. Might be next summer, actually. Ashes is a 5-test match cricket. The series is played every 2 years, with the next series to be held in Australia beginning in November 2021. So there you go. Hopefully next year. Well, actually, you could probably do the Ashes in Australia now because they're not having many problems. Do you like NFL, says Aaron? I'm actually going to do an NFL watch-along on this channel in January. Who's going to be in the final? 7th of February, actually. There you go. Ashes will be postponed because the 2020 World Cup next year is in November, says Gamer Expert. I I take it Ziyech's injured again for Chelsea. I like Ziyech, I do. I think he's a good player. I'm surprised how often he's been injured. What happens in the NFL then? Have they all finished their leagues now and you go into the sort of playoffs? Neil Lockwood says it will be the Chiefs and the Seahawks. What happened to Xander and Aiden? Who's Aiden? I don't even know who Aiden is. Don't do it, Mark. The NFL is nothing but a bunch of whining millionaires running around getting paid, says Kenneth Hoagland. How would you mark United signings out of 10 so far, says Salah Ahmed? I'm hoping this game's going to take off in a minute. Bruno's 10 out of 10. Maguire is 6, average. Wan-Bissaka I'd say is 7, better than average, but I mean recently he's not been good, but I thought he was amazing at the start. Dan James has probably been a 5 or a 6. Van der Beek, through no fault of his own, has been a 5. Tellez has probably been a 6 so far, but I think he will get better. And Cavani, I'd say for the goals he scored against Southampton, he's probably a 7, but you could push him down to a 6 because of injuries. So, yeah. Chiefs versus the Buccaneers, says Zakaria Mohammed. Who do you think Arsenal and Man United's next manager should be realistic? Big up and love from Vienna, says Stephen Williams. I think Arsenal will go for Allegri. I can see Allegri as an Arsenal manager. He just reminds me of Emery. So I could see Arsenal getting Allegri. Man United's next manager, I don't know, because as Frederick said on the interview I did with him on the United Stand today, Ollie's the best manager in the world when he's on the edge, you know. So if you want a last man standing, you want Ollie. So I don't know. I just don't know when Solskjaer will ever lose his job. As a Chelsea player down here, he should really. He should have really stopped that, the ref, because it is a head injury to Zuma. Poor referee in there. He's down on the floor with a head injury and he played it on, but it's gone for a goal kick anyway. If Ollie went in the next 6 months or May, I'd say it's Pochettino. If Pochettino gets a new job, it could be like a Nagelsmann or someone like that. Xander used to be on That's Football years ago, and he did a bit on the United Stand, but he's at university and he's sort of fell out of love with football, so he just didn't want to do it anymore. That's what happened with Xander, really. We used to get him doing a bit of the transfer stuff, which is a shame. I thought he was good, but he just didn't want to do it anymore, which is, you know, such is life, you know. But we've brought people like Kev back, who was an original United Stander, and Alex, which I'm really pleased that they've come back. But yeah, I mean, some people go on good terms, some people go on bad terms, don't they? It's just the way it is. But the United Stand remains standing. Nick Gelsman dislikes United, says Daniel Lebel. I didn't know that. And another bad cross coming in there. I wouldn't say Xander's gone forever. The door's open for anybody to come back, really, so he might come back. Would you have Bielsa at United, says LZR Dead Deleted. I don't know, you know. I don't know about that. I mean, I love watching Bielsa's Leeds play, but I don't know whether I'd love him at United, because if United went to play... Imagine Bielsa's Man United's manager, right? And you go away to Liverpool, and you know that Liverpool's front three are dangerous, and you don't accommodate for that. You just think, we're going to play our way, and you lose 5-4. You know, it's not good, is it? Yeah, Kendall, I'm not talking about that. I don't need to do all that, because everyone already knows about that, so I'm not talking about that. Bowen's on the right-hand side. Good little run by Bowen. They just can't get the golden opportunity. Having said that, Haller did have a free header. Corner to West Ham. I'm not doing a watch-along for Arsenal tomorrow. I will be doing FIFA career mode tomorrow on here. I'm not doing a watch-along tomorrow night. I do need to do my ultimate Christmas dinner, Justin Fisher. I will talk about that during the second half because somebody did ask me that in the first half. But I'm not doing Arsenal Man City tomorrow night because I think Man City will win, and Pep loves the Carabao Cup, and the only way they won't win is if Arsenal park the bus and stop Man City scoring and nick a goal themselves. I just don't think it's going to be a very good game. I think it will be a boring Man City win or a boring Arsenal win. Cross comes in. Chelsea are defending well, you've got to say that. Alex Martial kick curse, if you know, you know, says Robbie Wood. I told him not to get anything on the back of his shirt. If you know, you know. But Chelsea been far from convincing in this game. I just think it's one of those games he wants to get the win. And I remember watching Chelsea play West Ham last season, and they were 1-0 up. And I'm sure West Ham got a couple of late goals and won it. And, you know, the whole point of being a young manager is learning from your mistakes. And is Lampard going to learn from his mistakes? Because to me, it just feels like one goal's not going to be enough in this game. Another free kick for West Ham here. But I think Chelsea, the saving grace for Chelsea is that they've played well defensively. Cross comes in over the bar. He wants a goal kick. He's not going to get it. If you were a Spurs fan, what would you want them to achieve this season, Mark, says Kendall? I think Spurs are a little bit like Chelsea, aren't they? You know, I think they were thinking about a title a couple of weeks ago. You lose 2 games in a row, and that should have been a corner to West Ham. You win 2 games in a row. Sorry, you lose 2 games in a row and you're out of it. But very quickly things can move around. I think for Spurs, top 4, Mourinho would have bit your hand off at the start of the season, because at the start of the season, for me, top 4 was easily going to be Man City, Liverpool, United and Chelsea. So Spurs, top 4. I think at the start of the season, Mourinho was like, I want Champions League football, win the Europa League. I think now he's like, we might be able to do it through the league. So, but for Spurs to get top 4, either Chelsea, Man United or Man City have got to drop out, haven't they? Because Liverpool won't. So I think for Spurs, top 4 would be good for them. The problem is for Spurs and Spurs fans is that they thought they were in a bloody title race. And they probably, with all fairness to Spurs, they were literally a minute away from being in a title race. In fact, they could have won that game at Anfield a week ago, and they ended up losing it. So football's fine margins. But the Leicester game, give your dues to Leicester. They deserved to beat Spurs yesterday, didn't they? That Maddison goal that was ruled offside and they still won 2-0. Leicester deserved to win that game. It's going to be a tough game for United on Boxing Day. My prediction is that's going to be a draw. But if we can win that, that's a really big statement from United. I know beating Leeds is a statement, but going and beating Leicester is a big statement. I like Peaky Blinders, Ted Wilkie, yeah. This ref is awful, says Ashe. I don't know the name of this referee, but he is crap. I recognise his face. Is it Chris Kavanagh or something like that? I don't like him. Not because of his face. I just don't rate the ref. Chris Kavanagh. Yeah, I was right. I even know his name. Elway 2-0 says Leicester City don't draw, we win or lose. It's a good way to be. It's a good way to be as a team. You know, as long as you're winning more than you're losing. You know, draws are a pain in the arse. I don't like draws. Dross. I will do Football Manager 21, CJ. I would, if you wanted a prediction, I'd probably say it will be in the new year, but you just don't know with me. I can change my mind very, very quickly. The referee's name is Kevin Friend. It's not. It's Chris Kavanagh. Paul, not nice. I know what Kevin Friend looks like, and it's not him. Important for Chelsea to win. Yes, definitely. I'm in tier 3. We'll all be in tier 4 soon. I'm the president of my fraternity. Advice, says Ivan Manuel. Give him some advice, everyone, in the live comments. Corner to Chelsea here. Can they replicate the goal of the first half? If they do, I'm going to pretend I'm a West Ham fan and do it like the Leeds fan. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! If you know, you know. I still love it. I still can't think of something that would get you that mad in anything to relate to it. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! If anybody doesn't know, this was the reaction of a Leeds fan yesterday when Man United went 2-0 up. It's so funny. I mean, God, he's the sort of bloke who he goes in Tesco's to get himself a can of tomato soup and they've ran out. Fuck off! Fuck off! And walks out. Good chance there for Nels. Puts it wide. It's that instant aggression and anger and everything like that. I just think he's better off on a bloody watch-along. You wouldn't want him on the bloody sidelines. Die Hard watch-along. I would have considered it, but it's not actually on, is it? If it had been on mainstream TV, I would have done it. But it seems unfair to, I've got it on bloody Amazon Prime. I bought it years ago, but I think you need Sky Movies in the UK to get it. I don't think it's on normal telly. Which always pisses me off because I don't think Home Alone 2's on Christmas Day on Channel 4, but Home Alone 1 isn't. Fuck off! Oh, God. Kevin Friend robbed me of the Champions League in career mode, Mark. I feel your pain, says Kendall. Oh, mate, you know what? That game, I'm going to watch that Bayern Munich game back tonight. And I know throughout my career mode, I sometimes watch some of my games back if they're a classic. I feel that Bayern Munich game today was a classic, and I didn't win. But I thought it was I felt like it was just a really good game, and I just came up a bit short. I don't mind that. I was disappointed, but I don't mind. I didn't feel I was cheated or anything. I just felt it was just one of those. I blew it in the first leg, really. But we'll win the league. We're going to win the league. We'll do the double. We'll win the cup and the league. What career mode team should I do, says Callum Duncan. There you go. People will tell you. West Ham deserve a goal here. They really do. Cresswell crosses it. Just can't break Chelsea down. Just saw a stat that worldwide Harry Maguire has played the most minutes in 2020 so far, with Bruno being number 4. Is that a good stat or not, says Salah Ahmed. It's I don't care. As I said in the first half, it's like the kid who goes to school every day and is never off sick. So bloody what? Does that make him a better student than everybody else? It doesn't. You could have the best student in the world who had 2 weeks off because he caught the flu. We're now celebrating a player who's played loads of minutes. I tell you what, he wouldn't have played if he's done his knee in. He's not bloody Iron Man. People say, well, it shows he doesn't get injured. I tell you what, if he twisted his knee in a wrong way, he'll get injured. Sometimes injuries are just pure luck. I mean, some people aren't susceptible to injuries as much as others are, but I'm not going to celebrate a player who plays loads of minutes. I'll celebrate a player who plays loads of minutes and is absolutely fantastic. Hi, Mark. Nice to watch this game in Tier 4 with you, says Jamie O'Neill. Thanks, pal. Ollie James says, Mark's biggest enemies, DT, Kevin Friend, Phil Jones and the Pineapple Seller. Only three. Only one of them's a real enemy, and it's not DT. Alpha Gaming says, yeah, so Mr. Liability turned up, so what? Tala says, what did you get in your GCSEs? Mate, I was shit. Really crap. I used to spend most lessons reading shoot magazines, basically, between the age of 14 and 15, all I was interested in was football. I even deprived myself of girls. I wasn't bothered. All I was interested in was football. To ridiculous levels. Like, I knew there was a few lads there wasn't many, but there was a few lads in my school that were better than me. And they were like going out on a Friday night getting pissed. One of them did really well in his GCSEs. What was I doing in class? Football contests. who could name the entire Everton squad? It was a bit like a back and forth. We'd sit there in art, science, whatever, and it was just a competition every day. It'd be like, right, what's the team today? Arsenal. And you'd start off Seaman, Dixon, Winterburn, Adams, Bold, Jensen, Schwartz, Wright, Smith. And you just go, and whoever couldn't answer, you got a point. Then you go to the next team, and this is what we just create football quizzes all day, and that was 2 years. 2 years of my life. It's why I know loads about football, and I've got shit GCSEs. Don't do that. Do get your GCSEs. It's one of the biggest regrets. I did get my GCSEs, but they were crap grades, and I only got 4, and it's a waste of time. I wasted some time there. Haller into Bowen. He's a good player, Bowen. Gets it wide to Cresswell. Good cross. Oh, he just can't. They can't get the goal. Zuma clears it. 23 minutes to go. They just can't do it. West Ham, come on, says LFC 1892. They deserve a goal here. The guy with the tea bags at your old office in Ireland, I think you mentioned for reaction like the Leeds fan. Yeah, he was like that. It wasn't him though. Angry about, some people get really angry about minor things, don't they? Like road rage people. I don't get road rage really. I did it once. Oh, so embarrassed. I'm not even going to repeat the story. But some people get really, really bad road rage, don't they? Like, really, they'll just snap. I remember being at... I actually remember being at a football match with my dad. I can't remember where we were. I think it was United Forest, probably would have been 89 quarter-final. I think it was that. It might have been a different game. We were definitely... It was definitely not in Nottingham anyway, because I didn't know where we were. And... somebody must have cut him. We're on our way home in the car. Somebody must have cut him up, and he followed him, like right up their arse for about 10 minutes, all across this city. We didn't know. I was like swearing the whole way. I was like, he's going to calm down in a minute. We need to go home. I want to watch Baywatch, and he just went for ages. And I was like, what? I wonder what he's going to do when he catches up with them if they actually stop. And I think after 10 minutes he calmed down and just went left. You know, it was just this rage going after them. I was like, okay, what's going to happen here then? And then he just calmed down and went left at the lights, like I said. But West Ham still trying to get a goal here. They've been industrious, but not created the chances. I think they are the Basking Shark FC. They cannot cause any real damage. Even Scannell, I don't really care, mate. I just don't get involved in anything like that anymore. If people want to watch the content, they can do. If people do watch the content, they know what I'm like. If people want to try and build beefs in the YouTube space, you're about 3 years too late. I mean, it had its day. It was fun at the time. It's pointless now. I think fan content has moved past little beefs between each other. You know, everyone knows their place. Everyone knows what we are. We don't need to be fighting amongst ourselves. Anyone found DT's phone yet? Says Spencer. I saw that clip. It did make me laugh. What I don't know is what the comparison was. What was the comparison? Comparing Arteta to who? I didn't see that in the clip. My dad supports Chelsea, safe, yeah. My dad supports Chelsea. My mum supports United. And my granddad supported United. So I support United. But my dad supports Chelsea. Chelsea getting outplayed by West Ham, says the Dart. Yeah, I think for Chelsea it's become about the 3 points. But surely Chelsea will just get the second goal. It's been that sort of a game. Mason Mount nearly getting in there, but West Ham come away again. Free kick, Emerson. Emery. Oh, he was comparing him to Emery. Arteta to Emery. I can't really remember how Arsenal played under Emery, but I do feel that look, they shouldn't have sacked Wenger. They should not have sacked Wenger. That was a mistake. I don't think they should have sacked Emery either. I think that happened a little bit early. But West Ham coming forward again. It's another bad cross, or is it? Subachek's got it. Puts it out left to Benrahma. Now Cresswell, Declan Rice. Another good game from him. Interesting ball. Lovely ball. No, they're not. They're just in the final third. West Ham have been problematic today. They did sack Wenger. Muxie. They forced Wenger out. Anybody who thinks they didn't sack Wenger is a fool. That was. Please go. We'll respect you, so we'll call it a resignation. That was a jump or be pushed. Oh, how's he not scored that? Back post, Benrahma. Mendy's got it. Mengi, sorry. Subachik, why didn't he just head that? Was it too high for him? Why has he not got his head on that? Well, maybe it was a bit high for him, yeah. Who's worse, Haller or Werner, says Rahul Mad. I rate Werner. I don't Sushek, sorry. I don't rate that Haller. I think he's crap. I've got people telling me the names of players now. I've always been crap at players. Just call me Bobby Robson. Aditya, Celtics quadruple treble or Man United's 99 treble? What are your thoughts? Aditya, you're having a bloody laugh. We're not bringing in Celtics bloody achievements compared to Premier League football clubs. Come on. You know, Celtic can only do what they do in the Scottish League, but it's not the same as the Premier League, is it? Casper, you're making me laugh. So, Subachik is what I said, yeah. I've just... Damper says I've just been diagnosed with blindness. Well, I hope that's not true. It's Sushek, Mark. I know. I'm terrible with names. I always have been terrible with names. Brian Robson or Roy Keane, says Frentas. Loads of older people in the United fan base will say it's Robson easily. But for me, you know, I can only go against what... I didn't see most of Robson's career. I didn't. I was too young. So, Roy Keane for me. Because, I mean, Roy Keane was a revelation for Manchester United. So, Roy Keane. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way. Will you be taking the vaccine, Mark? Says Dean. Yep. I don't want another Christmas like this. I don't want another year like 2020. So, if people don't take the vaccine, we're going to be living life like this for fucking ages. So, you know, it's a choice, isn't it? I get why people are worried about the vaccine, but I've had loads of jabs. When I went into the police, you had to have a hepatitis 1, and you know, I get why people are concerned. But look, if we don't do it, we're going to be stuck like this forever, aren't we? Stretch your back, Mark, says Patrick Lamb. Thank you, Dr. Lamb. 15 minutes to go here. Timo Werner running down the left wing. Why did I suddenly turn into Roy Hodgson there? Running down the left wing. Chelsea have offered very little in this second half. Christmas is ruined in London, says Damper. It's not much better anywhere else, mate. You know, even where I live in the Midlands, or if you live in Manchester, you know, we were going to have 5 days of seeing friends and family. Well, 3. We've now been confined to Christmas, so we're only getting 1 more day than you, and it's not enough, is it? People can't stay overnight. It's bullshit. I did watch Tiger King, Ivan. It feels a long time. I tell you what, I think this year's gone really quick, but when I think about Tiger King, bloody hell. That does feel a long time ago. How do you pronounce Zlatan's last name, says Elias? Abramovich. I'm joking. It's Ibrahimovic. I do get those two mixed up a lot. We got no excuse not to make top four. We will though, says Robert McCormack. I haven't done my ideal Christmas dinner yet. I must do that because there was a super chat about it. So my ideal Christmas dinner is a well, I'll go through the day actually. In the morning, you could replicate a Goldbridge ideal Christmas if you're sad. In the morning, it's smoked salmon from the fridge with scrambled egg and toast with a glass of Bucks Fizz, which is orange juice, fresh orange juice with champagne. And don't say that's snobby because you can get cheap bottles of champagne. You can even buy Bucks Fizz from Marks and Spencer's. So there you go. Here's Werner into the box. Terrible shot. Tammy Abraham. I think he's onside. I think it's 2-0. He celebrates. He's happy. And I think he is onside because it looked like one of those shots where he will have run from an onside position. It looked offside, but I think he's miles on. Flick by Tammy Abraham. Mason Mount gets it wide to Werner. Oh, he's miles on. Miles onside. Easily 2-0. Werner gets an assist. He does. So, it's a good win for Chelsea, that. Second game I've watched West Ham. I don't watch West Ham a lot, but it's the second game I've watched West Ham. The first one being against us a few weeks ago, and West Ham could have got a result today, and they could have beaten us if they had a player up front. They would they'd have a chance. They just haven't got a striker. I think you're getting mixed up with former Monaco and Croatia keeper Subasic, says Andy Joyce. And it's 3-0. And it's Tammy Abraham. Chelsea falling asleep here. And Tammy Abraham's got 2 goals. And Timo Werner's probably like, oh my God. Fabianski's saying he should be getting a foul. I don't think he's going to get a foul. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Go on, West Ham. West Ham Fan TV. Come on. Mason Mount drives forward. Cross comes in. I don't think that would be a foul on the keeper, to be fair. Well, not from Tammy Abraham. He just taps it into the open goal. But Fabianski gets the ball. He might be fouled after the ball, to be fair. Fuck off! Fuck off, ref! Fuck off! That should be a foul! Fuck off! I'm not bothered, really. I'm taking the piss. It is 3-0. I mean, maybe that could have been a foul. But they're not going to give it. It did take him out. I'm going to do that every time now. Just for laugh. I love the clip so much, I'm just going to take the piss out of it. So, I mean, look, it's not been a 3-0 game for Chelsea, has it? But it is 3-0. And that's where we're at with 10 minutes to go. West Ham toothless up front. Yeah, look, West Ham again. I saw them against United. They should have been 3-0 up. And they've just got no striker. Like, if you can't score goals, you can't win games. I know it sounds like a bit of a joke, but it's yeah. If you can't score goals, you can't win games. Big 3 points for Chelsea, though. Of course, I mean the interesting thing for Chelsea is I'm actually very much interested in this now. I am going to do what I have on my Christmas dinner, but let me bear with this because this is probably a watch along I'm going to do on Boxing Day. I'm doing Manchester United against Leeds. Not Leeds, I wish we were. Leicester versus Manchester United at 12:30 on Boxing Day. So join me for that on the United Stand. But I probably will do Arsenal versus Chelsea at 5:30 as well. So looking forward to that one. Could be very interesting. their next few fixtures for Chelsea, they've got Arsenal away, Villa at home, and then in the new year, their next game is Man City. So 3 tough games for Chelsea, really. Arsenal, well, that's not tough. Villa, and then Man City. So the games are tough this season because there's a lot of decent teams out there. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! I'm not going to... How many times have I done that? Not as many times as I've watched it. Watched it. Javin says, where do you find the clip? I'm going to find it for you. I'll find it for you and then I'll tell you the account. I saw it loads today. I probably won't be able to find it for you now. I can't bloody find it now. Hi Mark, hope the family's well. I'm an Arsenal fan and I've organised a cage match between me and my nan because she's Arteta in. Will you do the watch along? Says Don Biggie. Oh no, it's not there. How did I find it this morning and now I can't find it? It's a bloody joke. I will find it for you, don't worry. Yeah, All Leeds TV was what it was on, but I don't think... It's on Twitter. I don't think they put it out. Poor old West Ham. I'm trying to find this for now. I can't remember how I found it this morning. I'm going to find it because it's just so funny. It's way funnier than me doing it. I found it. I found it. La 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 la. At TRAMUFC did it, which is the Red Army, the official account of the Red Army. At TRAMUFC, and it's let's have a look if it's their latest tweet. Yeah, it's their latest tweet. I'll play it for you. This is hilarious.
It fucking too.
I'm having a fucking laugh! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Embarrassing.
Fuck
That's
off!
shocking, that. It's a good finish, but it's too easy. Martial now. He's played in McTominay. McTominay's made it fucking too.
I'm having a fucking laugh! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Embarrassing.
That's shocking, that. It's a good finish.
The thing is, right? The thing is, oh, I'm gonna cry. The thing is, I'm gonna try and replicate it while he does it this time. It's what he does. He sat down watching the telly like this, and it's fuck off. Watch again. Here we go.
But it's too easy. Martial now. He's played in McTominay. McTominay's made it fucking too.
I'm having a fucking laugh! Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!
Embarrassing.
Fuck
That's
off!
shocking, that. It's a good finish.
And the best bit is, it only stops because his wife or girlfriend takes them out of the Zoom call. He's still going now. Oh, I love it. He doesn't stop. He loves. Oh, I just love it. I love it. I think that's one of the funniest bits about it is that it's still going on. It only stops. Fuck off! He's still doing it now 2 days later because the only reason it stops is because they take him off the Zoom call. Mark, what would your genuine reaction be if Arsenal got relegated? I would red Cosmos Devil. I'd actually be disappointed because, I just think I'd be as happy with Arsenal finishing 15th than I would be with them being relegated. I don't want them to be relegated. I quite enjoy playing them every season. They'd be bantered for finishing down there anyway. Although they'd probably celebrate staying up, knowing them. They'd probably celebrate that as much as winning the FA Cup. Please subscribe if you're new, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. Do you want me to retweet it? Sorry, I'll find it, yeah. I can't remember what it was called. I can't remember what it was bloody called now. There, I found it now. The funny thing is, he's going mad. She steps forward straight away and takes them out of the call. She takes them off. I've not noticed that before. I'm so focused on... I've retweeted it now. I'm so focused on what he's doing. She's embarrassed and she takes him off the call. Hilarious. I've retweeted it at Mark Goldbridge. Give us a follow. But yeah, on this game today, I hope there's not any West Ham fans going, fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Because Werner should score this time. Oh, he's at the bar. Poor old Werner. He can't believe it. He's at the bar. He should have scored there. Got to score there, mate. Christmas dinner, Emil. Okay, so my Christmas dinner is this. The traditional Christmas dinner for Goldbridge is obviously a turkey, stuffing, which I make myself. You can get the recipe on Mark Goldbridge. That's on the Mark Goldbridge channel if you want. So stuffing, roast potatoes, carrots, Brussels sprouts, ham, pigs in blankets, red cabbage, bread sauce, cranberry sauce, gravy. 11 components, and I can't wait for. I look forward to it every year. That's one thing that I do look forward to. I really like it. But Werner does need to start scoring some goals, doesn't he? Tomorrow on this channel, I'm going to be doing FIFA Career Mode. Make sure you check out the episode from today because it actually was a really good one. I really enjoyed it actually. Even though it didn't go quite the way I wanted, but I did quite enjoy it. United stand tomorrow. I'll be back at 10 o'clock. I've just watched it. It's probably one of the best football clips of the year. Have a good Christmas, Mark, says Jess Clements. Please subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. There is a Cooking with Goldbridge Christmas special, effectively. I've filmed it already, so it's ready to go out. I just haven't really decided which day I'm going to put it out. I might put it out tomorrow, actually, because then it gives it 3 days before Christmas for people to get ingredients and stuff. I certainly don't want to put it out on Christmas Eve and what with shopping and everything. So I'll probably put it out tomorrow on the Mark Goldbridge channel. If you've not seen Cooking with Goldbridge, it's done really good. Christmas dessert, Veets. I love a Boxing Day trifle. I tell you what, I bloody love trifle, me. I love the jelly at the bottom, the custard, and then the cream. I love a traditional trifle. None of this bullshit trifle where they start putting bloody sponge in it or... I want a traditional trifle. Mark, the funny thing about the clip is when the guy looks into the camera, says Kendall, that it's got so many levels, Kendall. It's like watching Inception. Like, you watch Inception and you learn new things. You watch that clip and you learn new things. I've just noticed his wife getting embarrassed and turning the clip off. So good. It's so good. So good. I don't have Yorkshire pudding. I don't have mashed potato. Yeah, I think he's definitely got anger issues, that guy. I don't know. I couldn't think of a situation where you'd get that angry. Your dog's died. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! Your car's failed your MOT. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! I'm pregnant. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! We've run out of milk. Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off! I'm boring myself now. I'm boring myself. Anyway, we're nearly over this game. It's a good 3 points for Chelsea. It will put them up to, I think, joint with Spurs into 6th place with 25 points. A point behind Everton, who've got 26 points. And then Manchester United also have got 26 points. And then Leicester 27. Obviously, Manchester United playing Leicester at the weekend. Interestingly, Chelsea play Arsenal on Boxing Day. Leicester play Manchester United. Everton are not playing on Boxing Day. They are playing on Boxing Day. They're playing Sheffield United on the evening, so a good opportunity for Everton to get a result. Spurs are playing the day after, and they're playing against Wolves at 6:45 on Sunday the 27th. So games come thick and fast, but they look favourable. I mean, Everton are playing Man City on the 28th. That's an interesting game as well. Man City and Everton having to play 2 games in 48 hours. Manchester United play Wolves on the 29th. Spurs play Fulham on the Wednesday. So everybody's got a game where you'd expect them to get 3 points. But I'd expect United to beat Wolves. The Leicester game's difficult. I'd expect Spurs to beat Fulham. The Wolves game could be difficult for them away. I'd expect Everton to beat Sheffield United, but the Man City game's going to be difficult. I'd expect Chelsea to beat Arsenal, but I'm not so sure about whether I'd fancy Chelsea to beat Villa, funnily enough. So we'll have to wait and see. But thanks everyone for tuning in. Really enjoyed that one. We had a bit of a laugh, didn't we? It's Christmas time. Well, we have a laugh anyway. We're not Christmas specific, but I did enjoy it. Please subscribe if you're new. Well done to Chelsea. Good result for them, 3-0. West Ham, again, same as against Man United. You need a striker. West Ham with a striker would be a good side. But thanks everyone for watching. Back tomorrow on this channel with FIFA Career Mode. I had FIFA Career Mode earlier on if you've not seen that. United Standard's got some content up on there as well. And I'll speak to you in a bit. Rohan says one more. If you know, you know. Thanks for watching. Have a safe evening. And Revenant tonight, 10:30. Half an hour's time on BBC Two. Cracking film. Give it a watch. Speak to you in a bit.